Hello,
Hello,
nice to meet you. My name is Brave.
my name is Yildirim. Nice to meet you too.
Yıldırım. Yıldırım.
Yeah,
Okay,
Y-
it's a difficult pronunciation for me. Yıldırım.
yeah, yeah, definitely
And where are you from, Yıldırım?
from Turkey,
From Turkey. Okay, great. And which city do you live in Turkey?
Istanbul.
Istanbul. Okay, nice. I have a few documentaries and like a travel series recently with people visiting to Istanbul, and I was I have become aware that it's such a beautiful city and so interesting. Uh, and I kind of didn't know that before. I think a lot of like British people or English people, we think of Turkey like a lot of people go to uh, beaches and things like that. But I think now people are becoming more aware that it is like there's a lot of culture and interesting things there as well. Um, so, do you have a favorite place in Istanbul?
Uh, the places near to Bosphorus is definitely my favorite places.
Uh huh.
Seeing the sea and seeing the boats is really beautiful. It's a nature. It looks very nice.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
that's
Sure.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite food in Istanbul? Something you like to eat?
Actually, Istanbul has, I can say, has not has own foods. The
Uh huh.
foods all over the Turkey is
Uh huh.
available in the Istanbul. Foods in Istanbul represent the Turkey.
Okay. Okay. So you have something from each region
Yeah, yeah.
available. Sure.
Everything is available in Istanbul. You can eat whatever you want. Of course, in the Turkish culture.
Uh huh.
Kebab is my favorite,
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah.
and all,
It's good.
and also desserts, Turkish desserts,
Uh
my
huh.
my favorites.
Uh huh. Like you have some kind of sweet pastries and stuff, right? In Turkey,
Yeah,
like is it baklava?
yes, they're
Ah, okay.
really beautiful.
Yeah, yeah,
My,
that's really good.
my favorite one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've had the opportunity to try this as well. Like, it's really, really delicious. It's very sweet,
Yeah,
but you only eat like a small few pieces with some
it's
tea or coffee.
a bit more sweet.
Yeah, and yeah, because Turkish food is so popular all over the world actually now. Like, Turkish food is, especially in the UK, in London, we can find so many Turkish restaurants everywhere, and like really you can find like every different type of kebab or every different type of
Yeah,
dish. So yeah, it's one of my favorite types of food as well. Like, I really like it.
in all over the world, I saw most of people knows at least the name of the kebab.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Everybody knows
They
it.
heard at least one. It's
Yeah.
really famous.
Yeah,
The-
and even people like if they don't know the names, if you show them a picture, they will recognize
Yeah,
this kind
yeah,
of dish. I think it's iconic dish. And many countries around the world have their own version of kebab as well.
yeah. Everyone using it and
Yeah,
making their own kebabs.
yeah. So original version, it of course comes from Turkey or
Yeah,
uh, countries nearby to Turkey as well. Like, they all have their own version of kebab, right? But even if you go to China, you can get a Chinese version of
yeah.
Turkish kebab.
It's a bit like a barbecue, but Turkish style.
Yeah,
So every people in the world can get their own way. It's really easy, I think.
yeah, yeah. It's easy, but it's delicious, right? It's a very
Yeah,
simple and delicious type of food, and yeah, we can eat it with with breads and things, these kind of things that
Yeah,
I think.
it's also quick. You can make really easily and also quick in short times.
Yeah, yeah,
You can make one.
yeah, and it's something you can take in the hand and walk and eat,
Yeah.
right? You don't always need to sit down because people don't always have a lot of free time to sit and have a meal. So these kind of foods become popular, right? Uh, in Turkey, the kebab. In Mexico, the taco. You know, these kind of things,
Eh,
taco, burrito.
eh, Kebab have a version like taco burrito
Uh-huh.
named called durum. Durum.
Ah, yeah,
Did you
yeah,
hear about it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really good. I tried it before. It's really good.
Yeah, it's everyone eats as a durum. You can make a pocket like a taco, a
Uh huh.
burrito,
Yeah, yeah.
etc. You can walk while you are eating, and you
Uh
can
huh.
make someone thing. You can hold in one hand, and the other hand is
Free
okay,
phone
free.
or
Yeah,
listening music. Yeah, yeah. It's actually. So I'm from the UK, but right now I live in Portugal, and in Portugal, most Turkish places or most Turkish places or kebab places, they have durum, and it's like probably the most popular type of kebab here. Everybody eats like durum in Portugal.
yeah.
It's just easy and
Uh,
quick.
there is so many Turkish people in United Kingdom, but I'm not sure about is there any Turkish people in
Um,
Portugal?
I don't. I haven't met so many Turkish people so far, but I've only been here. I've only been here for 3 months, so I think I think of course there must be a lot of Turkish people here. I think uh, I think all around the world there's a lot of Turkish people living in living living in other countries because, like we said, the food of Turkey is so popular around the world, and I think that any kind of cuisine that has a that has that's so popular, you can find the people from that country living all over the world. For example, there's always gonna be a need for some Turkish people to live somewhere and open a Turkish restaurant, right? Because everybody wants to eat that kind of food. So,
Yeah.
for example, I used to live in Japan, and in Japan, there's many Turkish people living in Japan.
Yeah, in the Europe, there's so many Turkish people, but I never heard about in Portugal.
In Portugal,
It's
I'm sure
a
there
bit
is.
strange.
I'm sure there is. I mean, there's definitely like Turkish. I've seen a lot of Turkish restaurants in Porto, in my city. So I imagine there must be a lot of Turkish people living here also, um, working in those restaurants or something like that. And yeah, like I said, when I lived in Japan, there's everywhere you go, there's Turkish restaurants and Turkish people, and also it's quite popular in Japan is Turkish ice cream,
Yeah.
like with
Uh,
this long stick, you know.
yeah, I don't like that, but it's really delicious.
Yeah, I never really tried it to be honest, but I always saw people. I always saw people selling the Turkish ice cream in any big city you go to in Japan. They have these kind of Turkish people selling Turkish ice cream and lots of restaurants and stuff. So, and I know, like you said, in the UK, there's a lot of Turkish people. Like in London, you can meet so many Turkish people. Um, yeah, but I haven't had the opportunity to visit Turkey before, so maybe one day I'll like to visit Istanbul as well.
Yeah, you can come to Istanbul, or you can come to other cities. There is another big cities
Uh-huh.
as beautiful as Istanbul.
So if I come to Turkey, what is your recommendation, or like which is the best city to go to or the best place?
Of course, you should come first to Istanbul.
Uh,
It's really historical and a really big city.
uh-huh.
In history, at least 1,000 years or
Uh-huh.
2,000, more than that. Uh, this definitely it's my recommendation for you.
Sure, sure, sure. Okay, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I really want to visit sometime, but it's right now it's a difficult time to go anywhere, right? Uh, the coronavirus pandemic, this kind of situation. Um,
Well, actually, it's not like that. When I go out and look in the everyone, I saw so many tourists in Istanbul right now.
oh,
There's so much.
okay.
Yeah, so many people comes to Istanbul for a week or something for a touristic holiday. They don't care the pandemic.
Okay, okay.
It's right now coming to or living in Istanbul is really
Uh-huh,
cheap for you.
uh-huh,
Not for me, but you it's for you really cheap
uh-huh.
because your money is really priceless in our country.
Sure, sure, sure. Like
Because
the pound has a
yeah,
high worth.
yeah,
Uh-huh,
because of that there is more than I today I saw articles about it. Actually, it's a news. In last 10 months, during the pandemic,
uh-huh.
there is 13 million tourists in Turkey.
13
They
million.
come, yeah, during the pandemic, 13 million.
Is
It's
that
really big.
the normal amount of tourists that you would have at this time of year, or do you think it's higher than normal?
It's higher than normal
Uh-huh.
because of the economic situation. It's really cheap for you.
Sure, sure, sure. So you think that's the main reason why that it's become
Yeah, that's
so
the
many
main
tourists
reason.
because of that. Um, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that, and I think another reason as well that during this time that maybe the amount of tourists going to Turkey may be higher. I think it's possibly because other countries that maybe people might go to may have restrictions as well. So I think that people are looking for like new and interesting destinations to visit as well. Like every year, lots of British people come to Portugal, right? And now in Portugal, there's not so many British tourists being allowed to come here. So I believe that like people will like look for another in alternative destination. So I think that people are becoming more adventurous to go somewhere a bit
Yeah.
further away, try a new place. So maybe that's why Turkey has a lot more tourists right now.
If you're looking over the pandemic situation, Istanbul or Turkey is a bit risky than the Portugal.
Uh huh.
People are not care about the pandemic.
Uh huh.
They just looking for a holiday.
Sure, sure, sure.
It's a
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. In my opinion, it's the main reason is cheaper
It's
holiday.
cheaper. Yeah, sure, sure, sure. Yeah. All right. And is it kind of is it safe in Istanbul now? Like, do the people that live there feel that it's safe, or is it just tourists who are not caring about the pandemic? Do the people who live there care about this situation?
Actually, right now it's not a safe place.
Uh-huh.
If you go out and connect with the people, you will get the coronavirus.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, in public, are people wearing
Uh,
like face masks or something?
yeah, we wearing face masks,
Uh-huh.
but it's not necessary. It's not enough
Okay.
for protection.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. It's a. I think that I don't know what we can really do for protection from this virus. I think that the, you can wear a face mask, you can wash your hands a lot, um, you can disinfect your hands when you do this. You can sit 2 meters away from somebody when you go out, but yet the virus still spreads quite quickly.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, that I'm not sure if these measures are making that much difference anyway. For example, in the UK, people now should wear face masks in the shop. They should sit 2 meters away in a restaurant from another table. But then afterwards, they're still free to go and go to a bar where there's lots of people and no one is wearing a mask because they're drinking.
Yeah, it's really strange. In Turkey, you cannot a bar right
You
now.
cannot go to the bar right now.
Yeah, last week, government closed
Uh
bars.
huh.
Pandemic is really going
Uh
risky.
huh. Sure, sure. I mean, I think like now in the UK, they also like, closed the bars in some areas, but I think that the problem, the reason it's spreading a lot there is because I don't know if it's similar in Turkey, but British people they love to drink and go to the bar and this kind of thing. It's like most important to their culture for some people, and it's also a big part of the British economy as well. Like a lot of money comes from alcohol sales, so the government is the government kind of treats this as something very important. It's like the last thing that they want to close. They close everything else, schools, restaurants, but the last thing they close is the bar or the pub.
Uh, in Turkey, there is something like that. There's food service or alcohol service in the jobs. People in the
Uh-huh.
center, like
Uh-huh.
services, I can
Yeah.
say easily, is the main role of the
Uh-huh.
economy. The economy sitting on the services. So you cannot close these
Yeah.
services.
Exactly.
People have to work. Last 10 months, sometimes I think it's less than 1 month, government closed these services, but then they have to reopen
Uh-huh.
because of the economic
Uh-huh.
situations.
Yeah.
Right now, it's going a bit
Uh-huh.
risky, and government have to do it
Uh-huh.
again.
Okay.
Uh, it's almost 10 days for closing the food services,
Uh-huh.
bars, something
Oh,
like that.
okay. So 10 days. And how long will they be closed for, do you think? When will they reopen?
In the Christmas, maybe they will be
Okay,
reopened.
sure. Yeah. So in England they just had 1 month of everything being closed, and now from Wednesday this week they reopen everything. So I think that it's a kind of a strange thing because okay, everything was closed, then the coronavirus infections go down. Then everything opens again, the coronavirus cases go up. Then we have to close everything so they go down. Then we reopen again and they will go up again. So I think that it's never going to stop because almost every time that we close for a while, when we reopen again or we start trying to put things back to normal, the cases will rise again.
Uh, yeah, there is no need to stop the cases, but the maintenance on the
Yep.
hospitals, there is a upper limit for the
Uh-huh.
cases, and government should I cannot say the cases should be lower than this
Yeah,
upper
yeah. It's
limit.
it.
If it is less than the upper limit,
Uh-huh.
it's okay. Hospitals can work, but if it is the upper limit,
Yeah.
over the upper limit, hospitals can't work, can't help
Yeah,
all
they
the
can't.
people. It's really
If it goes
important.
over that limit, then the
Uh,
hospitals can't cope. They can't
yeah,
cope with with the overflow of patients, right?
the main reason for it
Yeah,
that
yeah. I think you're right. And but what I wondered is that like why do governments not try to put some funding into opening more health centers to receive more patients or something like that? Because I think the amount of money that the government loses from closing businesses for a long time, especially in the UK. I'm not sure if
It's
it's
really
in
big.
Turkey the same, but
It's
it's that they lose a lot of money for closing the businesses.
yeah.
So I wonder, would it not be cheaper to open some more health centers, like a temporary health center, than to close all the businesses and spend money on paying people to stay closed? Because I don't know if Turkey do this, but in the UK, every time the businesses close or people can't work, the government is paying their wages. They pay their salary up to 80% of the salary.
In Turkey, government not paying the
Okay,
salary.
okay. So yes,
There is no money for people who aren't
yeah,
working
that's
right now.
really bad. Yeah,
They are, uh,
yeah. But
yeah,
but in the UK, they have money for people who are not working, but it's not the government's money. So I heard actually that the UK government now is in a big debt of money. They owe they are in debt of £400 billion. Yeah,
wow,
it's really
it's
big.
really big.
Yeah, 400
400
billion
billion.
pounds. So because they decided, okay, we need to close restaurants, we need to close all these things for a long time. So this year there has been 4 or 5 months of the year with no operation of restaurant service um, and hotels and tourism. So they've just been paying everybody, and now they owe a lot of money. So I'm not sure if it's a good idea or
Yeah,
not. You know?
maybe government should think about the after the
Yeah.
pandemic. They maintains the economy. Maybe if you close the bars or restaurants, you can save
Yeah.
1 million person. But if you lose your economy, you will lose
Yeah,
more
it's
than
true.
1
It's true.
million.
Exactly, because so many people will afterwards they will suffer, and because of in the future, how will the government take back the money they lost? Everyone, it will come out of people's salary in the end, right? Because they will have to raise taxes and raise
Yeah,
prices of different things, privatize free companies, like they will make people pay for healthcare and all this kind of stuff. That in the end, I believe that people in the UK will end up paying more money back than they received
yeah.
during this time.
That's not
Yeah.
a good way. Maybe there will be in the middle of there will be a solution in the middle of
Yeah, yeah,
this
I guess so.
situation.
I guess there could be something in the middle of it. I think actually the situation in Portugal now, I think, is a little bit similar to like in the middle of like what they do in the UK and maybe what they're doing in Turkey or something. They have a kind of they're not paying people too much, but a little bit, and they're kind of um, just choosing to close things just for like 2 days at a time, not closing for 1 month or a lot, just enough to just keep keep busy areas a little bit more clear during the weekends and things like that. So
Yeah, there is a similar situation in
okay, that's
Turkey.
good. Yeah, I mean, I think that's really intelligent way to do it. Don't just wait until too many cases and
Yeah,
then close everything for 1 month. Like just close things a little bit at a time. I think it makes a lot of sense. Sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a better
sure.
solution.
Okay, Yildirim. Well, we have about 35 seconds left. It was
Yeah,
good to talk to you today. It was a very interesting conversation for me, and you spoke very well. Your English was very good, and I believe you didn't really have any issues or mistakes, so it was good.
yeah. Thank you. This is my second
Second
video
call on
call
Cambly. Okay,
from a tutor.
sure, sure. Good. Well,
Yeah,
I'm glad.
yeah. I'm a bit
I know it was
nervous
good.
right
No
now.
problem. It was good. Thank you
It's
so
getting better.